The so-called resistance is angry because their horrible ideas have been rejected by the American people, and it's driving them crazy. Crazy. They're the ones, honestly, that have been driven crazy. The latest act of resistance is the op-ed published in the failing New York Times by an anonymous, gutless coward. You just look. He was, nobody knows who the hell he is, or she, although they put he, but probably that's a little disguised. That means it's she. But for the sake of our national security, the New York Times should publish his name at once. I think their reporters should go and investigate who it is. That would actually be a good scoop. That would be a good scoop. Unelected deep state operatives who defy the voters to push their own secret agendas are truly a threat to democracy itself. And I was so heartened when I looked. I think it's backfired. Seriously, people that don't exactly dig us and they don't exactly like me, they're fighting for us. It's an incredible, it's actually a beautiful thing. We've picked up a lot of support because at some point this whole thing is going to be exposed. And it's really bad, and it's really dangerous, and it's really sad for the media and the mainstream media. It really is sad. When I told you about the good news coming out of Korea today, they will hardly even report it. If this were President Obama, that would be the biggest story in the history of our country. But it's going to be, sooner or later, it will be exposed. The policies of our political opponents have brought about only failure, destruction, and humiliation to our country. Look at what happened. Look at where we were, and look at where we are. And we have tremendous potential upward. And other countries, by the way, are not doing well at all. And had I not won, we would have been in negative. We wouldn't be at 4.2. We would have been in negative numbers. We were going down. We were low, and we were headed down. We freed up this country with the regulations and the tax cuts. We freed up our country, and it's great to watch. But if you don't elect Matt, I will tell you, they can change it very quickly. They said, Nancy Pelosi said yesterday, she wants to raise your taxes. I mean, okay. Tell me, is raising your taxes like supposed to be a popular thing to do? Because what's going on, they have been driven so far left. I don't know why they don't talk about red waves. I mean, historically, the person that's president, when you have the party having the president, they don't do well in midterms, but nobody's ever had an economy like we have. Nobody's ever had this economy, so hopefully you're going to remember that. They robbed our middle class while spending trillions of dollars on adventures overseas. And we're pulling way back, but we're so respected now. You can pull back a little bit, but we're so respected. They're not playing games with us anymore, folks. They're not playing games. I don't want to tempt them too much by telling you things that don't happen anymore to us, because there's no reason for me to tell you. But when you see some of the things that happened 4 years ago and 6 years ago and 8 years ago, you take a look at what happened, and you take a look at what happens now, where we took that horrible Iran deal and we terminated it, and you look at what's going on. We're respected again as a nation. We're respected again as a nation. But these people enrich themselves while shipping our jobs to other countries, and they oversaw the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of the world. It's true. This is the greatest transfer. NAFTA was such a bad deal. Some people say, oh, please, would you extend NAFTA? I said, we have to renegotiate it. It's such a bad deal. And when I was campaigning, I said, we'll either terminate it or renegotiate it. I don't care. But so far, it looks like it could happen where we'll renegotiate it. But these disastrous policies were on the ballot box in 2016, and they lost big. That's why we're here. In 2016, the American people voted to reject this corrupt globalism. They voted to reclaim their independence and their pride. And they voted, most importantly, to make America great again. It's very simple. Soon we'll be changing it to keep America great. Keep America great. Soon. When should we do that, by the way? Okay, wait a minute. Soon we're going to have to change because we are doing well. So when do we change, make America great again, to keep America great? I don't know. Soon, soon. We're draining the swamp, and the swamp is fighting back. But don't worry, we will win. We will win.